people. Let the people slide on up in here. All right. These broken wings. Make sure I turn my GPS on because I do not want to get lost out here. Make sure I know where the heck I'm going to get home. What's going on, party people? All right. We're gonna talk about some e-notary stuff. And for those who weren't on the other live one, and make sure y'all hit that like button because as they're saying, they don't turn it on. All right, 189 north. Yeah, they not hitting that. If you don't hit that like button, they ain't letting folk know what's going on, people. What's going on? All right. Ashley. Yeah. All right. So it wants me to go this way. I hope they got it. Last time I went this way, it was a bridge taken out, so they were working on it. Hopefully they got it fixed this time. But yeah, make sure you hit that like button and everything. Appreciate that. Yeah, last go around when I'm coming back out of North Carolina, had to go down to Murfreesboro, do a house inspection, and we was talking about a lot of stuff. So make sure y'all go back and look at that. What's going on, George Leak? And one of the things we was talking about at the end was, something you could add into your profile. And one of the things I had recently thought about was that you could add into your profile the fact that you actually took the NNA Notary Essentials course and you took the signing agent training course. Because a lot of times people say that, they're putting in all these other people's training, but those other people's training is not necessarily designed to teach you the necessary things you need to know for being a notary. So you didn't learn how to be an actual notary through them. You learned how to run a business or to do business things, marketing, stuff like that. So it will be good for you to indicate that you didn't just take the $70 course, or it's not even a course, the $70 package. You actually went in there and took the necessary training so that you can understand what you're supposed to do in this business. So I think it's important for you to indicate that in your profile. Hey, what's going on now, Ms. Demings? So, there's my stuff. Okay, now there. Yeah, so I think that's important for you. Okay, yeah, the bridge is still out, so I gotta take this little side road. So I think it's important for you to indicate that, along with the other stuff that I said in your profile, and that should truly indicate to the signing company that, hey, you're for real. You're not out here for play. And like the little dog Keisha, I forget the thing, but she was like, "You're out here for play." You're not out here playing around. You taking this job serious, and you want people to know that. So you have to communicate that. That's why I don't subscribe to the thought that people don't read your profile. I just don't agree with that. I understand that some people will say, I look, some signing company say, well, all I want is somebody who's closest to the borrower, but they got to be looking at these profiles at some point in time. Somewhere along the line, they're looking at these profiles. And I just don't believe that they're just flat out not looking at the profiles. Don't pay attention to the profiles at all. I mean, they give you the opportunity to communicate who you are. Just don't. And my number's in the description. Feel free to give me a call, ask a question, because you know it's hard for me to read these questions on the little scrolly thing here. Morning there, Kay, Bridwell, and stuff. So if you want to call, give me a call on my phone. It's my other line. That's what that's in there for. And ask a question, and then I'll recite it to the people, and then and then we'll talk about it and all of that kind of stuff. But I wanted to share with y'all, and I've been sort of hesitant in doing so, about e-notary stuff, because there's so much stuff going on out there about e-notary. I think and I haven't even looked at the young lady stuff, but I believe it's called Side Hustle, Seattle Side Hustle. And she talks a lot about the e-notary stuff. I know some people are diehard e-notary people, so I'm not going to try to say I know a whole lot about e-notary. I just know my experience. And if y'all could hit that like button, we got 8 likes on there. YouTube, they want the likes so they can share it out, so they'll notify people and all of that. And if you don't hit the like button, they won't notify folk. But the key thing about the e-notary, the number one thing outside of once you get, you're in a state that does e-notary, you have your credentials and all of that, it's finding a platform that will support what you doing e-notary work. So, and mainly the RON, the remote online notary. So most of us are, whether it's wills, power of attorneys, for me, I mostly do mortgages on there. And the platform that, for me, that allows me to do whatever I want, however I need to do it, is Doc Verify. I haven't had any problems with the Doc Verify platform itself. I'll be honest, I have not. The platform itself has worked like it should. And I'm gonna get into that in a little bit more. Now, the other platforms, I know we got, I want to say Live Notary, but I know we got One Notary. I know you got Notarize. I'm signed up for Notarize, but I just haven't done anything with them. Hey, what's going on there? Oh, Crystal back. Yo, y'all can't act up. Crystal's in here. Y'all start acting up, Crystal gonna be sending out her hitters on you. So y'all act right. All right, I'm doing good, Miss Crystal. But these other platforms, Signex, they cost. Some of them cost. Doc Verify cost. And the one thing that's consistent across the board that I've had the problem with all of them is that no, e-notary and RON is a little different. E-notary stuff is more like, I think with Pavazo, e-notary is like they did stuff electronically. They already did stuff, and then the e-notary part is that they're sitting physically in front of you on the computer notarizing stuff. You're doing it and they're doing it all on the same computer together. RON, remote online notary, RON, is that they're in a physical separate location from you and you're doing it remotely. So that's the main difference. Now, and I wish I had the document with me. I can't pull it up on my phone right now. Hold on, somebody calling. All right. Hey, what's going on, lady? Good. So you calling to ask a question for the live? I said I'm on live right now on the YouTube. I said you was calling in to ask a question just for that. Oh, what's going on? Okay, what's the question? having a scanner problem? Okay. Okay, you have the all-in-one print and the scanner's not working good. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that one I'm gonna have to sit down and talk to you a little bit in more detail. Yeah, that's gonna take a little bit more time. Yeah. Oh no problem. I thought you was calling to hop on here. Okay, that's a question. But yeah, text me the type of scanner you have, the printer scanner thing you have, and the model number and all of that, so I can do some research for you. Yeah, we'll figure something out. No problem. All right. Anytime later. Yeah, so she's having a scanner problem, all in one, and it's not doing good. More than likely, it's probably not scanning fast enough. It could be just the way she has it set up, because one of the things with the scanners, whether the scanner is all in one or separate, you got to set it up to do auto page size, so it can scan the pages based on what's being pulled through. So it'll automatically read the page and scan letter, scan legal letter. So you have to do that. That's one of the things. You also have to set it up that it scans the right way, because sometimes they're set up to scan dual. So it all depends. That's why I asked her to send me the model number and all the make and model number, so I can see what's going on. But more than likely, that could be it. And then if it's a connectivity problem, we'll push come to shove. If you can't get it to work wirelessly, just plug it in the wire, the cord, and that should solve a lot of the stuff. Let me squeeze that. For the market for that, the market for e-notary stuff depends on the title company, the people around. That all depends on them, whether they want to or not. I would say you being in a position to do it is better than not being in a position to do it, because you just never know when it might pop up. Hey, we need this. Oh, okay, cool, I can do it. You just never know. So that's all. That's the way I look at it. Just always better to just be in a position to do something. If you can qualify for it, then cool. It doesn't cost I don't think it costs too much more financially to do, but just get set up to do it. So with the Ron doing the remote online notary with e-notary, with well, you got one's called E-Notary Log and all of these other ones, SignX. A lot of them, the more that they do for you, the less they're going to pay you. So one notary and Notarize, they take a big chunk out of your money. So like for Virginia notaries, we can charge up to $25. They're going to take 15 of that. They're only going to give us $10 of that. So you're not going to, oh, you're in Detroit? Yeah, you're not going to get a whole lot. You need a scanner. I have Adobe app on my phone and iPad. Yeah. I like the Brother scanners. I haven't had a problem. I think Victor Chambers said, I think he switched over to the Epson. I think that's what he has, the Epson. So if you check out Victor Chambers' channel, he has some videos up there about the Epson printer. I think the Epson scanner. To me, as long as that scanner can do at least 40 pages a minute, that's good. You want something that can really scan, high speed scanner and everything. But here's the bottom line, what I've learned with the Ron. The biggest problem that I've been having with the Ron is people who are not U.S. citizens, because there's a thing called KBA, knowledge-based authentication, or knowledge-based answers, depending on who you're talking to. But let's just say knowledge-based authentication. They're authenticating that you are who you say you are through knowledge-based questions. Well, how do they get these knowledge-based questions? They get them from the U.S. Tax history. So if you have not tax history, credit history, the U.S. credit history. So they review your credit report based off of you submitting your social security number, date of birth, your full legal name, and sometimes they even want to know your driver's license number. And they go and do a soft credit pull. Doesn't affect your credit score or anything of that nature. And what they're doing is they're pulling questions off of that credit report to ask, did you apply for a loan here? Is this your mortgage company? Did you used to live at this address? Did you go to school here? Do you have a student loan with this company? Stuff like that. They will ask you that. They will ask you, are you related to this person? Things of that nature based off of your credit history. Now, the thing is, a lot of foreign nationals, well, they don't have that. They don't have a social security number. They don't have a driver's license. They don't have a U.S. address. They don't have any of that kind of stuff. So therefore, what tends to happen? They can't be authenticated. Now, for Virginia notaries, it's really difficult because we get a lot of orders from Florida asking us to do RON. And the problem is these title officers, they go and read Virginia handbook. The Virginia handbook says, oh, one of the IDs that we can accept foreign IDs. We can accept military IDs. The problem is the platform that you're using may not accept that. Sorry about all the bumpy. The platform that you're using may not accept it. So if the platform, please hit that like button, y'all. If the platform does not accept it, then that person's not going to get through. And if they don't have the necessary credentials anyway, they're not going to get through. So like with Doc Verify, if you Google and if you search on YouTube, Doc Verify authentication, I think that's what it's called. No, Doc Verify. Is it authentication? But there's a video out there, and when I get a chance, I'll put it in this description, and I'll post it in my in the community tab. But it's a video out there that shows the signer exactly what they got to go through in order to get verified. So the whole process, it's a 5-minute video, shows them everything. Here's what I've been running into. You will have a foreign person, somebody that lives in Canada, Venezuela, or wherever, and they own property here, but now they decided to go back to their home, or they've been in their other country, and now they want to sell that property, but they can't come here. They can't find a notary there and all of that kind of stuff. So now, how do you go about doing this sale with this person who's foreign? I use Dot Verify. Dot Verify says they're not going to accept a non-US anything. And I've had people, I tell them, and I send them the video, and it says in there you got to be U.S. citizen, U.S. this, U.S. that, U.S. SSS, everything, not the Russian U.S. SSS. But you have to have U.S. everything. And they'll sit there and tell me, yeah, they do. And then when I go to run the session, I'm sitting there watching them and they can't get in. And you can see them getting authenticated. It shows it's red, then it turns into green. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And then I call them and they're like, oh, well, I have a visa from Venezuela. I said, I asked you, were you a U.S. citizen? And you told me yes. Oh, no, I'm not. So you lied to me. And then you tell the signing company, because a lot of times the signing companies hit you up, they need to be a U.S. citizen, and you send them the video, and everybody looks at this video, or at least I hope they did, and then they all hop into this session, and nobody's a U.S. citizen. And I'm like, how do y'all expect this to get done if you're not following the rules? So my last one that I was sent, the gentleman was a U.S. citizen, and his wife was a British citizen, although she had a U.S. social security number. But even still, they was like she needed to have applied for some kind of credit, actively in the last 6 months. So she's a UK citizen with a US social security number. Don't know how that worked out, how that happened. And then he's a US citizen. So when they sent me the criteria, I called every single signing e-notary company or Ron company on the list, and there was only 2 that actually said they could use their platform, and one was Notarized. But the problem with Notarized, you may not be the notary that gets assigned. Notarized may not cannot sign the order to, because it goes in their little queue, and it's a first come first serve. All right, so that's a no-go, unless they just want to go through them, and then whoever picks it up. Then the other one was a company called E-notary Log. E-notary Log, nothing wrong with them. The problem is, they said what they do is they allow you to bypass the KBA checks. So you don't have to use the KBA checks. Say, don't use the KBA checks. All the other Ron platforms, you have to use KBA checks. That's standard with them. It's going to go through KBA checks. It's a third-party thing. It's automatic. So I said, okay, well, fine, great. I said, I'd like to use your platform. They said, well, first of all, you got to have a year and a contract with us, and the contract has to be for a year with E-notary Log. I was like, all right, cool. And then she said it's $200 a month. I was like, never mind. I didn't even try to negotiate nothing. I was like, because I already know there ain't nothing to negotiate. So I was like, okay, can't use E-notary Log, even though they provide me with what I would like, but I can't use them. So when everybody is in sync with what they're supposed to do and be, which is a U.S. citizen, I haven't had a problem with Doc Verify at all. I have not. I mean, it's been working, doing what it's supposed to do, all of that. But the problem comes is that the people who are asking you to do the signing, they don't understand the guidelines, and you can't. The only way you can do it without going through the KBA is to say that you actually know the person. And if you don't actually know the person, then you're doing what? You're lying. So you can't say, oh, I know the person, and then they get in, and then, well, I'll look at their ID and verify. No, that ain't how it works. The moment you say, I personally know them, you're supposed to personally know them. And if you don't, you can't do that and everything. Oh. So I don't have a problem with the Ron Notary thing. You're just going to have to make sure that whatever platform you're using, you understand what the verification process is and requirements are for a person to get through and to be allowed to use that platform as a signer. That's what you got to make sure you understand. What are the guidelines and rules for that platform? Because if you don't, you start marketing yourself and trying to get people to do that, and then next thing you know, I'll tell you about Doc, how much. And then next thing you know, you're getting embarrassed because they don't have this, that, or the other. And that happened to me twice. I'm sending them the stuff, and I'm just assuming. And now the biggest problem, they hit me up at the last minute. So I was sort of rushing to get it done. And I asked them, I said, everybody got to be a U.S. citizen. And even now, when that signing company calls me, like, oh, yeah, man, that's right. You did say that. I'm like, I've said it every single time. But some people are so hyped on getting the business that they don't, it's like, we just got to get this done. And I'm like, the platform that I use doesn't support that. None of them do. You sell E-notary Law or really Notarize, and it's a crapshoot with Notarize. Okay? Not from a bad standpoint, it's just you don't know who you're going to get. Now, costs with Doc Verify, I think it's $480 a year, or $50 a month. And I think $50 a month comes out to what, $600, something like that. Yeah. So Doc Verify has a little more exploit, but you can use it for any notarizations that you want. I can just hop up there and I've done wills, power of attorneys, I've done a little bit of everything on that platform. So I haven't had a problem with it. So I pay, and I probably do 1 or 2 a month. I won't say that I'm profiting. I mean, I'm probably breaking even, but I mean, I think I've gotten about 12 or 15 under my belt, but it's still an option. And see, I had actually canceled, like I said, I don't know, I ain't gonna do dot verify. And I just canceled my subscription with them. I was on a month to month, and I canceled it. And then about 3 or 4 days after I canceled and said I wasn't gonna, pay the monthly fee, then next thing I know, I get hit with opportunities to do some RON and everything. Now, I will say all of those little mix-ups about the U.S. citizen and all of that has cost me some money, and everything, for its time and all of that couldn't be recouped. But the ones that have worked out, that have, man, they've been beautiful. They've been beautiful. I have not had any problem with them whatsoever. I mean, I got in, got out. I mean, there's a real estate agent up in Richmond. She'll call me up and say, hey, I need this done, I need that done. We hop on the thing, sometimes like 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Bam, knock it out and we're good. You see what I'm saying? So now if anybody got a question, a specific question, I'm driving, so it's hard for me to look at these and all of that. So feel free to call. My number is 757-797-5432. Give me a call. You'll be calling me on my other phone. I'm not gonna have you on speaker, so I know people get all shy and all of that. I don't want nobody to know what they sound like. So you can ask me the question, and then I can repeat it, and then answer it and all of that. And it doesn't matter whether it's on RON or anything, anything notary related, or I guess non-notary related, and all of that. But and even when we was talking before, I was encouraging people to just check out Minority Mindset. What's going on, Robin? That lady is tearing it up. I know she probably at 5,000 signings right now. Miss Robin. Minority Mindset has a lot of good information about what's going on with the economy as it relates to the mortgage industry. He has a lot of information out there, so I would say you got to sort of pick and choose and find the information. And I think he just put out one about the feds talking about inflation and all of that. Dot Verify lets you do whatever. See, if y'all remember, a lot of times I say the more you have somebody do for you, the less you make. So with Dot Verify, you're paying them for access to their platform. They provide minimum support, not a whole lot, and you get your own clients and you put them up there. Every now and then somebody might hop on Dot Verify and ask, hey, I need this document notarized, can you help me? And they'll contact you through Dot Verify's system. But if like right now I have a client in Newport News, Virginia, a law firm. They'll call me and say, hey, we got this here client, we need to do a RON, are you available? And they asked me about one on Monday. I know, lady, you catching me, you getting there. And I say, yeah, I'm available on Monday. So I think I got 2 signings, one, the other one is. And I can do it, load up the documents, all of that. Now, Signex and Notarize and One Notary, I think at least One Notary and Notarize have just started, shifting over to where you can do real estate documents. Because before you couldn't do real estate documents. With Dot Verify, you can do anything. If you can upload it into their system, you can do it. And you need a good, clean PDF, not an image. Okay, people have sent me images of documents. No, it needs to be a good, clean PDF. Even if they send me a Word doc, I'll convert it into a PDF. But you need a good, clean PDF because you got to put your little tags on the documents and all of that, So the main difference is that Dot Verify, you have a little more freedom to do what you want to do, and you can do as much as you want on there. Now they got this credit system, you get so many credits, and it's hard to explain it without you visually seeing it. But basically, you have KBA credits, and then you have the document credits, and for it being remote, and you have the ability to record it, and that's where the expense comes in. So if you have a whole lot, it might cost a lot more in credits. But if you're charging a good fair fee, 100, 150 for certain things, 85 or whatever, it'll balance out. And that's why I say right now I'm not looking at it where it's making me a profit, but it's more so balancing me out and paying for itself. That's really where I'm at with it, and I have the ability to do RON closings. If somebody needs help, somebody needs me, I'm able to do it. All right, it'd be easy. Okay. I can't hardly read that, Senosha, because I'm driving. I might need you to call me in and ask that question. I might need you to call in and ask that question and everything. But yeah, so what's going on, Jacqueline? We got Velma in the house and everything. But yeah, my number 757-797-5432. Yeah, if you got a long question, call me so I can hear it fully and everything. Because I'm driving and it's hard for me to see and all of that. Because it pops up there and then it goes away. But yeah, the E-notary, Rondo Forest, is it going to take off? There's companies or counties that are very resistant to it. They're very old school. They want everything in paper. They don't trust this electronic stuff. Some companies, I keep saying companies, some counties, the courthouses, they won't accept the RON, a RON signed, electronically signed deed. They just won't accept it. So, and then you got to make sure your stuff is right, because man, there's been some times where I made a mistake and I forgot to put something on there. You also got to make sure that the venue is right, because with some of these platforms, you can't necessarily change when you upload it. You can't really like white out and change it from, say Boston, Massachusetts. It's Boston, just the county, and then change it to whatever the correct county is. So you have to do that in your doc prep ahead of time, and that can be very difficult. That's why you have to have the full version of Adobe. That's why you need a good, clean copy of the document, one that's editable, that you can edit, and all of that. How do you get your referral list? Oh, talking about referral list for as client, talking about for people to use E-notary. It's just been word of mouth. I just let people know. If I see a sign, if there's a sign, I tell them, I say, if you ever need me for anything, I'm also an E-notary. Oh, okay, cool, thank you. That way, other people have told folk that I'm an E-notary. That's how that's worked out, and everything. Man, I can't really. Something about a Google page. I haven't set up my Google page and everything. How do you get on your referral list? No, maybe we have to turn that work. How do I get? Oh, get on my referral. Okay, see, I told you I have a hard time reading while I'm driving, y'all. Referral list. You talking about when I turn down work? If you offer your offer, just send me your information. Just send me your information. Okay. So no shit, you sending me. I can't read all of that while I'm driving. I need you to call me. Okay, come on, lady, call me. I know you might have to hop off the phone for a little bit, but I need you to call me, because that was too long for my eyes. I couldn't grab all of that. But yeah, I need your information so I know who you are, and then talk so I can understand where you at in the process and all of that good stuff. And then that way I can have a clear understanding of where you're at, so I can make sure I'm referring you out correctly and all of that and stuff. So and I have referred people out. So if if I'm doing something and you talking about Petersburg, okay, there, you're not that far from me in the grand scheme of things. But so the main thing with the e-notary is being in a position to do it, understanding with the limitations of the platforms, understanding, basically notarizing one notary. They want you to come in, work for them as a contractor. They're going out there, getting this work. They're laying everything out. They're putting it all together for you. So by them putting it all together for you, they're like, okay, well, since we're doing all the work ourselves, there's very little that we're going to have to pay you. I mean, because I'm glad. Thank you, lady. Thank you. Yeah, my number is 757-797-54. And it should be, but yeah, I forgot what I was saying. So whatever I was saying. What was I saying? Multitasking. Not always good. So yeah, so far as the popularity of e-notary, that's what I said, just get them paying you. Yeah. They're gonna pay you very minimum because they're doing all the legwork. They're really doing all the legwork. They're putting everything together for you. So if they're putting everything together for you, they're not going to pay you top dollar premium price. So with .verify like, we ain't doing nothing for you except providing you the platform. Give us $480 a year or $50 a month, and you good to go. I like their digital certificate because their digital certificate is good for 5 years. So some of these certificates are good for a year. I think I did mine for 2 years through IdenTrust. But for .verify for 5 years, that certificate is good. I'm like, bet. So for 5 years, it's good. So all I got to do is just go out here, and if I come across a client that needs me, do it. Yeah, you can contact them through text. There's no phone number to call them, which that part I don't like. However, they are quick. With the response. They're quick with the response and everything. So I haven't had a problem with getting any answers answered. That's never been a problem. So I've been able to get my questions. I can't say answer that. Questions answered. So that hasn't been a problem. But you have to understand what the platform is all about. Their limitations are. Again, I did a video about company's business model. You have to understand their business model, and whatever their business model is, it's always to benefit them. You're going to get some change, you're going to get a few coins out of it, but you have to realize that their business model is primarily set up to benefit who? Them. So you have to see how is that going to work for you. Now, some people don't like .verify because they just think it's too expensive. And yes, they got to go out there and sort of work it and get people to come to them. But like with the law firms the two law firms that I deal with, one of them doesn't do any kind of real estate stuff. They do estate planning. So if they have a client, they'll say, hey, we have a client, and it'll be between me and that client whether we do it online or not. And that client will have to pay me that. So if I'm doing it online with them, there's going to be a prep fee. There's going to be $25 for each time I stamp. So I can make a good, decent amount. I can make $150, $200 on that or more, depending on and everything if they don't want to meet in person, or they might not be able to meet in person. So that's where that comes in at. Thanks for hitting that like button, y'all. If y'all haven't hit the like button, please do. But I don't think the e-notary thing is a bad thing. I like it. I think it's convenient. I have heard people making $3,000-$4,000 a month doing notarized. So depending on your personality, some people, they'll just sit there and do those $5 orders with you make your own fees within the confines of your state law. So you can say, you can, I believe, some people have a document prep fee, because you do have to prep those documents to get them right for proper notarizations online. Then you charge a standard fee for notarization, which will be like $25, the most that you can charge in Virginia. Whatever your state fees are, that's what you charge and everything. Average, it's up to you. There's no average doc prep fee, okay? There is no average doc prep fee. That is completely up to you, depending on how, if they send you a 300-page document they want prep, that's completely up to you. That one I'm not even gonna try to tell you, oh, charge this or charge that, because I know what you're asking is that, okay, well, I want to get an idea, because if I ask for too much, they might not want to use me. Well, if they ain't got anybody else to go with, you see what I'm saying? And then I know most of the subscribers that are on this channel, people who really follow me and engage with me, y'all are very sensible individuals. So I don't think y'all gonna be sitting up here charging somebody, $500 just to prep, a couple of pages. That's ridiculous. So you're not gonna go out here and do something crazy, because if you do, then they're gonna be reporting you and saying, hey, you're trying to take advantage of them. So whatever you feel is necessary for, your time and effort to get the document together, that's what counts. Okay, she just sent me the stuff. All right. But yeah, that's where that is at, So yeah, the doc prep fee is whatever you really whatever you want to charge. But marketing yourself for e-notary stuff is just as you come across people, just let them know, put it on your business card and all of that. Now the main thing, I forgot, I don't know why I didn't think about this till now. The equipment, the signers got to have the right equipment. Now, here's another difference between them, and I keep forgetting this, and I'm glad we still talking, and it popped in my head. Doc Verify, everybody got to be on their own individual device, period. Because you're sending an email out through the system to each person individually. So they're going to be logging in on their own individual equipment, which means if you got a couple of people in a house together that need something notarized and they're all supposed to be signing, each one of them got to have their own device. Whether it's an iPad, a phone, laptop, desktop, everybody got to be on their own device. Everybody has to be on their own device. Sorry about that. Everybody has to be on their own device with Doc Verify. From my understanding, with One Notary, it's not the case. Everybody can just be like, hey, all bunched in and all of that. So I don't like that, because I like the authentication method that Doc Verify goes through. So everybody can be on the same video. From my understanding with One Notary, this is what I've been told from a person that uses the channel, uses that platform. But I like Doc Verify because you can make, it's like, no, everybody gonna be on their own device. Everybody's going to get authenticated and verified individually themselves. So that's a huge plus. I got another house inspection to do. Hope I didn't miss my thing. All right. So that's the thing. Each one of these platforms, their requirements for the equipment, you got to make sure you know what that equipment requirement is for the signer. And if everybody doesn't have the equipment, like one person like, oh, I don't have a webcam on my laptop. I was like, okay, I wish you would have told me this, because in the video that I sent out, it talks about that you need a webcam. So she had to switch over to her phone. So that's another thing. You got to make sure that they actually have the equipment. And for whatever reason, people, I'm not trying to be funny, but sometimes people, they just don't pay attention. They just don't follow directions the correct way. You tell them stuff, and then you get in a session with them, and they're like, oh, well, no, I don't even have a computer. Okay, you don't have a computer, and then you trying to do the where am I at? Goodness. Okay, no, they changed the road over here. I didn't realize that. So you have people on these little teeny tiny iPhones, and they're trying to sit here and tap where their name is at, and that can be irritating because they're trying to do this thing and the phone is that daggone small, or they trying to do it on an Apple Watch and all of that kind of stuff. So you got to make sure they know you really need to be on a desktop, and you really need to be on Chrome, and they get on IE and whatever else they got out there, Firefox and Safari, and the stuff just doesn't work right. So their equipment is very, very key. If they don't have the right equipment, they don't have a webcam, all of that, that becomes a problem, because then you can't really, do the session correctly with them. What else? Yeah, that daggone tiny iPhone. I mean, yeah. Now, I don't know about the other platforms, but .verify has a signature override feature, and I had to use it one time. Ladies on this tiny phone, she acted like she didn't have any knowledge of how to do anything computer. I mean, she was literally like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, oh gosh. So I had to ask her, well, ma'am, you see everything, do you agree to the terms and all this, that, and the other? And she was like, yes. Okay, do I have permission to sign for you? And I hit the button, asked her, and she gave me permission, and it forced, it overridden, put her signature on there. I only had to do that one time because she literally just was just jacking stuff up. And what I've seen that happens is also if they have a bad internet connection, the internet connection is bad. It'll seem like they signed something when they really didn't, or it's just a connect, it's just not showing up properly. And that was part of the problem. She was saying she signed it. I'm looking at it as saying that it's not. So I had to do that override thing in order to close out, because if not, then I would have had to cancel the session and then then have everybody hop back in, and I didn't feel like doing that. I really didn't. So you will get those people who act like, they looking at the phone all like this, and and it's like, all you got to do is hit the thing where your name is at. Do you see your name? Whose name? Your name. Do you see your name? Oh, my name. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking at my name. I was looking for his name. No, your name. Do you see your name? Yeah, I see my name. Okay, just tap it. Tap what? Your name. Whose name? Your name. It gets to that level, and it's like, oh my goodness. So you will have people who are not computer savvy. I did a plus 90-year-old couple. The son had to put the dad on the phone. The mom was on the laptop. Neither one of them had email addresses, so he had to create email addresses for them in order for them to go through the KBA checks. And I was like, man, and it's something that should have took only 20 minutes ended up being almost 2 hours. You see what I'm saying? So when people don't have the equipment together, I'm like, man. And what was stressful was that I was trying to slide it in between some signings. So I was like, okay, I mean, barely 15 pages, but them 15 pages took 2 hours because I had to get them set up. They couldn't get through the KBA checks. Connections was bad, all that kind of stuff. Those are the things that you deal with, and you have to keep that in mind. So everybody's worrying about the money, how much it's going to cost me and all of that. My stressor is the inability of the person to be able to even get on the computer, or they tell me I don't have a computer. I got to go over to my sister's house or my son's house. Okay, how long that's going to take? Oh, that's like going to be like 45 minutes. Okay. Now, the good thing is you can do the e-notary stuff any time of the day. The unfortunate thing, if you got other signings, then that makes it difficult. So I'm like, man, so I'm not opposed to the e-notary stuff at all, or the Ron. You just have to. What's going on, Charlotte, North Carolina? CJ laughing his butt off. Huh? I mean, yeah, it's real crazy. I mean, it's amazing how the brain level activity of people drops real quick when it comes to this run. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. You send them an email, and all of a sudden they can't find the email. I'm like, you don't know? Oh, which email? Okay, might check your spam. What's spam? I'm like, oh my goodness. So these are the things that you really are dealing with. Okay, this is what I'm really dealing with, and everything. Now, granted, with with one notary and possibly with notarized, it's a lot smoother. I ain't gonna lie to you. It'll probably be a whole lot smoother with them, but when you're trying to do it on your own, it might not be as smooth and all of that. So I think that's pretty much it, all I got for the e-notary stuff. I mean, feel free to comment put in the comment section below and everything, but I can't think of anything else to answer concerning that. But all I'm gonna say is, if you can be an e-notary in your state to do the Ron stuff, do it. It doesn't hurt. Honestly, it doesn't hurt at all. So I would just say go for it. The wife and kids, everybody doing good. She's with her student right now, teaching her. She has a student, and she's doing her thing with the student. Yeah, so everything with the school is coming along great. My son, he did great on his first signing and all of that. So, everything's been great. Yeah, everything's been great and stuff. And y'all might have noticed, my cough has dropped down right here. Last night I said, where's my black seed oil? Like they say, this thing cures everything but death. And there's no sponsorship here. Okay, YouTube, there's no sponsorship. But yeah, I got some black seed oil, and I love it. The premium, I always get the 32 ounce, the big bottle, and I took some of that last night before I went to bed, and been taking it throughout the day. And man, yeah, it's been this thing been making my cough much better. And I started doing black seed oil years ago. There's a guy called Cycles for Life. I keep forgetting his first name, but it's a light-skinned black brother, little beard, bald head. He's funny, has a quirky way of delivering when he talks and stuff. Sometimes it's like, man, just get to the point. But he's a real nice guy, knows his stuff. And he was the one I was dealing with heel spurs. my feet was killing me big time. And I had real bad heel spurs, and he was saying that he started taking black seed oil, and the heel spurs went away. So I was in so much pain, I was like, I might as well give it a shot. I did, and man, them heel spurs went away, and I've been heavy on black seed oil ever since. I'm talking about heavy on it. I mean, shoot. Oh, you seen his channel? Yeah, that's my boy there. I love him. I mean, man, that dude, I think is, I can't even remember. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his first name because I can't recall it. But yeah, Cycles for Life, man, that dude is on point. And another thing is called Janema. You talking about you want to lose some weight or you want to reduce your appetite? Take that Janema, and I'm gonna do a video about that. I'm gonna do a video about that. But yeah, the black seed oil. Now my wife don't like the liquid. She gets the pills, and I actually have the seeds, and I grind the seeds up in a coffee grinder and put them in capsules. The vegetable whatever, the vegan capsules and everything and all that. I like the liquid because I will actually take the liquid and I will rub it on my feet and all that kind of stuff. If I made my own lotion, sometime I might, be in the mood. I try to make my own lotion with some shea butter and all of that, and I use the black seed oil in it. But yeah, that black seed oil has helped my throat immensely. I mean, I've been taking it, sipping on it all day, and I feel 1,000% better. Yeah, it's right on point. But yeah, that's it for now, y'all. Thanks for your time. Yeah, I'm putting out all these videos, but I'm trying to help the community and everything. And I think some people was asking me some other questions. So I got to go through and grab a hold of those things so I can do some more videos. Put that name in the comment. Which name you want? Which name I need to put in there? You talking about? Put the name in the comment. Oh, Cycles for Life. There it is. Okay, I see. Yeah. Yes, 4 cycles of life. Thank you. See, I'm always missing people's stuff, but that's why I ain't trying to. I said Cycles for Life. It's 4 cycles of life. Yeah, 4 cycles of life. I will say this on leaving out. There's a lady that I just stumbled across named Dr. Tracy Marks. I would suggest you look at her videos. Her videos deal with a lot of stress, anxieties, and things of that nature. And I'm gonna tell you, because there are a lot of notaries who deal with stress and anxieties dealing with this business. And it was a thing called ruminating, where you're just running over negative thoughts in your head over and over and over again. And I used to do that when I was younger. Weight loss, Janema. Oh man, what's the spelling on that? I think it started with a G. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Oh, I'm sorry, it's GYM. GYM NEMA. GYM NEMA. Now the Janema, I'm gonna tell you, that stuff ain't no joke. Even the liquid, I got the liquid and I've done the pills. When I say it helps curb your appetite, it curves. I'm telling you. Now, if you really want to see how powerful it is, take the liquid or crush the tablet up and make it, grind it up, and then put the ground up stuff in your mouth. It coats your mouth, and what it does is it blocks the taste of sugar. And you put that in your mouth, all on your tongue, all on the sides and stuff, and then try to eat something that has sugar in it. You won't taste the sweetness. You won't taste the sugar at all. And with you blocking it, the taste of sugar, you don't want to eat the stuff because you want to taste that sweetness. And people, the guy from 4 Cycles of Life said he would crush it up and give it to his kids, because he would send his kids over to the in-laws house and they would be feeding them all this sugary junk. But That's what it looks like right there. Hope it's showing right in the thing. But yeah, Geneva. I'm gonna tell you that ain't no joke. That stuff ain't no joke. I gave it to a friend. He tried to eat some ice cream after that. Couldn't taste nothing. Couldn't taste. It didn't taste like sweet. He said, "Man, it just tastes like nothing." So yeah, that Geneva ain't no joke. That stuff. Yeah, that stuff ain't no joke. I get it from Himalaya. The kind I get is the Himalaya, Himalaya. Himalaya. That's the brand. Yep, that's the name of it. That's the brand that I get. I'm telling you, that stuff ain't no joke. But if you crush it up and put a little bit on your tongue, and then I put some sugar on my tongue, it felt like sand. I put that stuff on my tongue, coated my tongue with it. I didn't do the inside of my mouth. I just did the tongue. You ain't gonna taste nothing. I'm telling you, you want something to curb your appetite a little bit. And they say the best way to start off with that pill is take like a half of one or a whole one in the morning just to get a feel for it. Don't go all out taking 2 tablets or 3 tablets because you won't be eating nothing. I'm telling you, and everything. But I'm gonna hop out here and do some more quick house inspections because I got 2 signings, one at 4:30, one at 6, and all that good stuff. But thanks everybody for everything. If y'all got any questions, always feel free to hit me up. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.